Doesn't have to be anything crazy. You're probably like almost doing too much there, right? So it's almost like a tiny little scoop. You're just trying to tilt this just a little bit where it's underneath. It's tilted backwards. So if I were to take my hands like on my hips, okay, I'm gonna do it from the right side. But if I'm here, I'm thinking after I coil, I'm in a good position, right? And then now I'm almost diving. So watch this hand right here. I'm almost diving underneath. Like I'm trying to engage my glute back here, right? So I'm trying to work this squeeze instead of this, where it stays a little bit more level. Does that make sense? Okay? Because when I keep this level and I don't get underneath that pitch, yes, I'm turning, yes, I'm kind of engaging the backside, but am I really like pushing through and powering through it?
Instead of turning,
Yes. And so we got to the point where we were like, hey, turn the hip, turn the hip, turn the hip, right? We're past that. I know you know how to turn your hip. I need you to drive the hip down, like really engage the backside and squeeze through your butt to where, bam, we can push through and have that extra punch. Does that make sense? And so part of that is getting it on plane. Okay? I made you grab your butt cheek before, right? Okay, we're doing that right now. I want you to feel the difference. So you're gonna take your hand and grab this butt cheek, okay? And I want you to feel, so when you turn, okay, and you just kind of keep the hips level, do you feel like you have any like squeeze or engagement there? Like if you were to do a squat and you're coming back up, like you can feel your hips, your glutes, all that engagement, right? Okay, so now I want you to think about getting underneath it from the jump, and now push the knee through. Do you feel that? That's a big difference there, right? So that's really using the backside and squeezing the hip through and the knee through as opposed to just turn. Does that make sense? Okay, so kind of think about that. Do that 2 more times just so that you feel it. And then we'll go. And then, okay, keep that chest in, right? Make sure we have that separation. Okay. Sink, we're going to cross again. And then let's, again, add that piece in that we just worked on. Okay, so crossing the knees. And then go. Okay, now, what's the key here? Whenever you start really exaggerating your coil, what is bound to happen? What do you think? When you coil that much?
either the ball's gonna pop up because you're so far down, or you generate a lot of power to the
Okay, well that's what we want to generate that power. Okay, we might pop up, but what happens when you overcoil this way? You really exaggerate. What do you think?
pull out.
Yeah, okay, so then this foot starts going haywire. So as you uncoil and you unravel into your stride, really be aware that I want this shoulder and your hip, your front hip, to end up staying like this. Okay, the longer that we can keep the upper half parallel, the better. Okay, the toes parallel to that white line. Think about that as you unravel. Okay, good idea. Now I'm going to work over top. I'm going to work through the middle. Again, not a bad hit. Can't be mad at it. Here we go. Good. That's what I want. Oh dear.